Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I'm your host, MrBevers. Welcome back to Oath of the Gatewatch with our hunt for an expedition. Let's see if we can find one. Let's get in. Yeah, though it's unlikely, it's also possible to have a case with no expedition. Well, Raspberry, if if luck was a thing that I could have, or if luck was actually like a real world trait, like it is in a lot of RPGs and stuff, my luck would probably be a 0 or a 1. 0 or a 1, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did in the last box. We're going to open the bottom 3 packs on the right-hand side. This is the tip that the guy at the local store told me. He said that those 3 packs are the ones that have the best cards in them. Based on the last box we opened, the bottom 3 in the middle have the best cards, okay? So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to start here. Listen. We'll go bottom 3 middle after this, and then we'll continue from there. But we're going to see if he's right. Because, I mean, listen. The bottom 3 on the right-hand side last box had a Thought-Knot Seer and a World Breaker in it, which is not bad. It's pretty good. It's just that the middle had a Kozilek and a Nissa in it. So, you know. So let's just plow right through here. Okay, so Amina and Den. That was one of the rares we opened last time. In the same 3 packs of the other box. Can we have a repeat, a World Breaker, and a Thought-Knot? That'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. Nope. We get an Endbringer. So far. Oh! Dun da 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 da. Well, bottom 3 on the right-hand side. Bottom 3 on the right-hand side. So, let's obviously go ahead and get a sleeve for that and put it in there. Because, you know. Flooded Grove. Now, not, you know. I don't know where that falls in. I don't know where that falls into the price range of all of them, but it's probably one of the smaller ones, would be my guess. But, got there. We finally got there. It only took all 6 boxes of my case, but we finally got it. But listen, I have, I have a Misty Forest from, or whatever it is, Misty Rainforest from BFZ. So, you know, blue green. Seems like there's a theme here between my expeditions. They like to give me the same colors, I guess. The funny thing is I counted the commons too, and I was like, oh, there's a foil in this pack, cool. And then I was like, Endbringer, and then it was like, oh look, there's totally a Flooded Grove here, and I was like, oh, well, woo! I don't even, I'm just happy. I'm happy that I got there and that I didn't get the box that didn't have any in it. So, I'm gonna do this now. You said to do this. You wanted me to start with the middle 3. Now, the funny thing is, right, is that if we had actually gone in order, top down, we would have been in such despair. We'd have been in such despair until the end of the box. because this was the second pack from the bottom on the right-hand side. So it would have been the second last pack I opened had I gone in order. Hey, Raspberry, this the guy from my shop says bottom 3 right-hand side. That's what he does. It's his favorite spot to go. And look, I thought he was just full of shit, to be honest. But I mean, like the rares that I got in those packs, nothing special. But I mean, those rares I pack, I opened an expedition. So like, and you know, in the other box, we opened a Thought Not Seer, a World Breaker. So I mean, not the worst, right? Not the worst. So an Eldrazi Mimic. I feel like the rest of this case is gonna go terribly, which is like, you know, you got the expensive card out of the way. Hey, check it out, you got an expedition right at the beginning of the box, so guess what? The rest of the box is gonna be shit. Oh. Oh, man. Come on. Don't do me like that. I'd like to open another Kozilek. I'd love to have another Kozilek. I've only got 3. I'd like to have 4. Playset would be great. Playset of Nissa would be great. I'd love to have a playset of Nissa. I already have like 7 Chandras. I don't need another Chandra. But, you know, we can't have everything we want, I guess. So bottom 3 in the middle have been kind of disappointing. Deceiver of Form, Eldrazi Mimic. Nothing special. Right? Nothing special. Thank you all for joining me on this wild ride of trying to find my expedition and finally finding it. An Eldrazi Obligator. He's a card. That's what I'll say about that. So, bottom 3 in the middle, not so great. Bottom 3 on the right was good in both boxes. Bottom 3 in the middle was really good last box, not so great this time. So, I would say, you know, based on my experience of 2 boxes being opened in that way, bottom right, bottom 3 packs on the right-hand side, not a bad way to go. Not a bad way to go. Tyrant of Valakut. Okay, well, there's unfortunate things that happen, and this is one of them. Our foil rare for this box was a Remorseless Punishment. Card is kind of like subpar. I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of like that. It's one of those things, right? It gives your opponent too many options, in my opinion. And I mean, I understand you can cast it when they don't necessarily have all of the options available to them, but you know, I'd rather have something that lets me pick. Let me pick what that is that happens to them. Especially for 5 mana at sorcery speed. Like, oof. Alright, so a Matter Reshaper. Not terrible, but like, so far the only rare we've opened of any kind of value is the Flooded Grove. So, you know, I mean, other than the Matter Reshaper that we literally just opened. But he's still not even that much. Did I miss? I missed an uncommon in that pack. Oh, good God. What have I done? Okay, there we go. I found it. I miscounted somehow. Another Overwhelming Denial. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he's good. He's a decent price of rare. Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, there's lots of websites you can go to for prices on Magic cards. Everyone's gonna have a preferred site that they use. Every site's gonna have different prices for everything. Now, see, you say Star City Game is overpriced. Absolutely, they are on a lot of things, but you might find cards on Star City that might be cheaper than they are on other sites. But those other sites will be cheaper on other cards that Star City has high. It's kind of one of those things you gotta pick and choose. You know, do you sacrifice having to buy from multiple sites just so you can save a couple bucks, it's up to you, right? It's up to you. I, on the other hand, when I'm ordering my singles, I use cardkingdom.com, specifically because they have one of the better programs for shipping to Canada, in my opinion. So, that's who I use. Now, they're definitely, I wouldn't say that they are cheap by any means on their prices with cards, but overpriced, I think they're probably somewhere in the middle, would be my guess. Nice. Yeah, so this is my third expedition. I have 2 from BFZ. I have a Marsh Flats, and I have the Misty Rainforest, and now I have a Flooded Grove. All of which I have opened. I shouldn't say that. Well, I mean, yes and no. The Marsh Flats was opened in a draft, and I won the draft, so I got it. That's basically how that went down. Yeah, Flats is about 120-ish, somewhere in there. Why is there an uncommon on top of here? Who's done these things? Why do I keep doing these things? See, I got all distracted by my Flooded Grove, yeah, but I'm not wrong. This box seems to be going fairly poorly. I mean, last time we haven't even opened a Mythic yet. I mean, other than the Flooded Grove, right? But I mean, do you count the Flooded Grove as a Mythic, or do you not? This is a question I pose to you. Do you count it as a Mythic or not? Because it does have the Mythic, it has the red symbol, so it is technically a Mythic. But, does it count toward your Mythic count toward the box? I don't think it does. So, Jorian, and a foil Zulaport Chain Mage. Yeah, last box had all the Mythics in it, so this box is going to have none in it. Putting a lot of cards over on the right-hand side here. Come on, box. You gotta treat me better. Gotta treat me better. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you all had a great weekend. If any of you caught the Pro Tour or the SCG Open, let me know what you thought. Any comments, concerns? What did you like best? What did you not like? What were your favorite decks to watch? I'm curious. Hissing Quagmire. Okay, so there you go. There's a card, one of the better of the 3 man lands. And a foil Flare Drone. It's not bad. It's okay. It's interesting. Like I've said before, I really like the foil Eldrazi cards, or the colorless cards, because they kind of look almost like the top of the card almost looks like a circuit board. Let's see if we can focus it here. So you can see up here, along this edge, it looks very much like a circuit board, and the foil just adds to that. It gets this very, like, sweet kind of sheen to it. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't the Pro Tour that was this weekend. It's was the Vancouver, right? GP Vancouver that they were streaming on the Magic channel. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. Ooh, okay, there's a foil in this pack. Okay, so an Oath of Nissa. Not bad. And another foil. I didn't count the foils in the last pack, but I think we were up to at least 7. Yeah. Yeah, so the SCG Open and Vancouver GP were the ones that were being streamed this weekend. But like, did anybody see anything? Vancouver was, yeah, was. I thought it was sealed. I thought it was sealed, but maybe it was draft. Yeah, I found it funny. I watched the Loading Ready Run guys a lot, because Canadian. Gotta support the other Canadian broadcasters, and they went down to like PAX South on the same weekend that their GP was, and I was like, that kind of sucks for them, because I know that they're all big Magic players, and I know that they probably would have all played in There's a Nissa. Do 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 do. Stop looking at these cards. Focus. Do 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 do. Come on. Come on. You focused a second ago. So, there we are. There she is. That's number 4. Number 4. I now have 4 Nissas. Super stoked. Super stoked about that. What deck do I play in Standard? Man, I'll be honest with you. I only play Limited. And by only play Limited, I mean I play Limited all the time. And then every third Friday of the month, I get together with a bunch of my buddies from college and high school, and we just play casually. We just play whatever. So people have decks that are definitely not legal in any format. We definitely have people who play decks that are terrible, like as in they do not perform the way that you would want any kind of deck to perform. And then we have other people who play decks that are just like super combo-y and broken, that they're really meant for, other formats. They're not meant for casual, really, right? So we play a lot of, we don't play much Commander, but we play a lot of like Generals and 5-Point Star, and we actually just started playing a version of Assassins. I don't know if you've ever played Assassins, but Assassins is a very good, is a very interesting format for multiple players. Anyway, yes, Nissa, Eldrazi Displacer, very good card. Eldrazi Displacer is one of my favorite white cards from this set. Yes, there are better Nissas than this one. However, this Nissa is fairly decent. The reason I like her, the cost right there. That's only 3 mana. 3 mana for a Nissa. 3 mana Planeswalkers are my jam. They are my jam. Okay, alright, so we found the Mythics. Here's a Kozilek's Return. There it is. We found the other cards of value from this box. We found them. But anyway, Assassins. Assassins is an interesting format that you can play, where it's best if you have, more than 4 people playing. And the idea is that, at least the way we play anyway, is you all put a d6 into a die bag that matches a color of dice in front of you. Everyone draws a die from the bag, and that's the person that they have to kill. When they kill their target, they assume that person's target. So it's essentially a last man standing format, and it's very interesting, but it can be very slow. It can be very slow if you add too many people or have people who play decks that take forever. And when I say slow, I don't mean it takes forever for people to die. I mean you get a turn, and then 5 people later, after they've played their turns, you get another turn. So it takes a long time to play. The format is not that slow. People definitely die fairly quickly. Remorseless Punishment. There it is. We have that in foil. Why not have a regular copy? There's another foil, though. A Natural State. It's not, it's a nice looking foil. I actually kind of like the art on that. It's kind of nice. And then to have it foil is very nice. Was the Nissa in the bottom 3 in the middle? No, it was not. It was sort of in the middle of the middle row. was in the middle of the middle row. The bottom three in the middle was actually very bad. I think we opened... Let's see, we opened these two, those three in those packs, and then these three. So we opened, we opened an Eldrazi Obligator, Mimic, and a Deceiver of Form in the middle three. Yeah, I got a Kozilek's Return came right after the Nissa, actually. So, you know, that's a thing. That happened. Hey, look, our first copy of Captain's Clause from 2 boxes. Not bad. I'm okay with this. So, hey guys, if you're having a good time, and you're enjoying what's going on and you're enjoying the commentary, please, you know, feel free to toss us a follow. I'm really the only one here at G3B that does anything Magic related on stream. This is my last unboxing video for a little while, probably until the next set comes out, unless something really piques my interest that I want to do. However, I am going to be playing a lot of MTGO in the coming weeks and months, so make sure you stick around and teach me to be better, because I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna be bad. I know I'm gonna be bad. I play limited a lot, but I play limited a lot with people who are, you know, probably the same play level as me, which is not great, so I'm gonna be bad. So, you know, come and ghost me and wreck my shit. It's fine. I'm totally fine with it. Not a problem. I have no problem giving you a free win on MTGO if you want to come and ghost me, because I'm just that bad. And but hey, like we have 2 other streamers that stream here on the channel, and we stream just kind of random games from time to time. We have a regular schedule there at the bottom, and we've got a couple events coming up in the coming days. We have a 24-hour stream scheduled. Actually, I think it's going to be longer than 24 hours, to be completely honest. And it's going to be on one of the weekends in February coming up. And then we have another event that I'm not sure if I can really talk about yet, but it's going to be coming up in February as well, near the end of February. So, you know, make sure you toss us a follow and check those things out, because that's going to be interesting stuff for us. So that was a Gladeheart Cavalry. Nothing amazing. Really? That's interesting. So since your parents used to work at the factory where the cards are made, do you get a deal? Do you get a deal on them? Do you get to see any rejects? Okay, so that's my 3rd copy of Crush of Tentacles. If you want to see the clip where I lose my shit because I open a Crush of Tentacles into a foil Crush of Tentacles in the same pack, make sure you check out the other streams that I've done, because that happened last time. That happened last time when I was opening box 4. When I was opening box 4 of this case, I opened a Crush of Tentacles, and when I was talking about it, I was like, it's, you know, it's not a great card, it's okay, it's one of the worst Mythic rares in the set, it's not a great value, but it's Mythic, I guess, okay, fine. I put it down in the pile, I look back at my hand, and there's a foil Crush of Tentacles. And I was like, really? I just finished talking about this card. Why are you here? Why are you here? Just here to spite me. I get it. Okay, fine. Whatever. And that is literally when I lost my mind. I lost my mind, and I lost all hopes and dreams of ever opening an expedition. And, you know, how it goes. Let me put that over there so that everybody can see it. It's great. It's fun. And he says, never lucky. Listen, I'm never lucky. You can ask all of my friends. You can ask all of my friends. I am never lucky. Never lucky. Until I'm lucky. See, it's one of those things. My friends actually made up a saying for me when I play in drafts with them. And it's called losing till he wins. And it's literally me just being like, I cannot believe how poorly my deck is performing, and how bad, like, my luck is. It's just so bad. I'm just not drawing what I need to draw right now, or I'm just getting flooded, or I'm not getting enough lands. You know, lots of things that happen, and I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening, and then I win. And then I beat them. And they're like, shut up. Man, you're so dumb. I hate you. Like, why you always complain that you're losing and then you beat everybody? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I, it's not my fault. Like, it's literally not my fault. Like, based on how my deck's performing, I want it to perform better than it is. And if I'm sorry, it's beating you, so I'm sorry about that. Like, I just don't know what to say. Dimensional Infiltrator. That's our first copy of this out of 2 boxes. I'm okay with this because it's a kind of a weird card. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Maybe someone will find a way to abuse it with some exiling stuff or something. I have no idea. Maybe someone will figure out a way to abuse it with bouncing lands to people's decks and then exiling them. But honestly, I mean, I don't understand, really. His ability, basically, is the thing that's like, you can bounce him back to your hand if the card you exile from the top of their library is a land, which lets you save him, but he's a 2/1 for 2 with a flying. He's flash as well, so you can cast him whenever, but like, you're really gonna spend 2 mana to exile their top card with possibly playing some other trick to put a land on top of their deck to make sure that this guy, you can save him from a trick that they might have? I feel like that's not a thing. I feel like that's not a thing at all. So, I don't think he's great. A Vile Redeemer. This is our first copy of this out of 2 boxes. He's an interesting card. I feel like he's the card you want if you know your opponent is playing a lot of board wipes. He basically helps you get back into the game, or at least recover a little bit. Maybe not back into the game, but it helps you recover a little bit if your opponent board wipes you, which is interesting. Stonehaven Outfitter. I think that's our first copy of this guy from this box. There's a Foil Swamp. Foil Swamp. Not bad. So that puts us, what, right now we're at 7 foils plus the expedition. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, you could. You could exile all their lands, I guess, if all their lands are somehow stacked on top of their deck. I feel like if all their lands are stacked on top of their deck, though, your opponent's probably cheating. Probably cheating. Sylvan Advocate. Yeah, what about him? He's right here. He's an interesting card. I like him, actually, quite a bit. Call the Gatewatch. It's just a tutor for very specifically planeswalkers, which I don't think is a thing that we will see very often, to be completely honest. I want to make a Super Friends deck, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to make a Super Friends deck. Okay, so there's a Goblin Dark Dwellers. So we're down to 1 pack. Okay, we've only opened 3 Mythics plus the Flooded Grove. The last box we opened 7 Mythics. Plus we opened about 6 rares that are worth over $5 a piece. I feel like the last box had probably just as much value as this, except that this had an expedition in it. So we'll see if this last card, this last rare, we'll cut it down real short. We gotta do the suspense, right? What do we think it is? Let's see. Okay, it's blue and red. So it's the man land? It's gotta be the land, right? Yep. Wandering Firmarole. So, there's also a foil. There's also a foil in this pack. Just a commando. Just a Zada's commando. Oh, there he is. Foily, foily, foily. Could have been another expedition. That would have been amazing. I would have been like, holy moly. But you know how it goes. One expedition out of this entire... Come back. Come back to me. Come back to me, camera. There you are. Okay, so one expedition in this entire case. I've seen many people open more than that in a case. In fact, I opened 2 in my case of BFC. Unfortunately, only 1 in this case. However, at least there was 1. I've heard of people opening cases with 0 expeditions. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Don't forget to also check out my Patreon as well as my card store, nerdvanastore.ca, for all your single needs. The Patreon has tiers that give you discounts to those singles that you buy each month. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.